Hi, everyone. My name is Brian, and I serve as the president for Gateway Technical College. Welcome to Read Across Kenosha. I'm so excited to be with you today. I love reading because reading can take you to new places. It helps you meet new people and you get to experience new things. So today we're going to have a chance to spend some time together and read about the importance of voting. But before I do that, I want to share with you that I read often with my two grandsons, Brian and Logan. And I want to say hello to both of them because they're watching today as well. Reading is experiential. It's something you can do by yourself or with friends. We like to read together. We snuggle up in a big chair, often by a window, so we can observe the outside as well. Reading can take you places, even though you're inside your classroom or in your home. I'm excited to share this book with you because it is full of new ideas and bright pictures. But before we begin, I put on my reading glasses. It helps me focus a little bit more on the words. The book today that we're going to be reading together is Vote for Our Future by Margaret McNamara and illustrated by Micah Player. Illustration means that's the person that does all the drawings. So you might be a good reader, a good writer, or a good drawer, and you have a place in Reading Across Kenosha. So let's get started. Every 2 years, on the Tuesday after the first Monday of November, Stanton Elementary School closes for the day. It looks like it's a beautiful school, just like yours. Does it close for repairs? Nope. Close for holiday? No. For vacation? No way. Stanton Elementary School closes for Election Day and changes from a school to a polling station. What's a polling station? A polling station is where people go to vote. The reason people vote is to choose who makes the laws of the country. We should all vote, said LaToya. We should all vote to make the future better. We can't vote until we're 18, said Lizzie. So what can we do? The kids from Stanton Elementary School did their research. They looked in books and made notes. They went online and found all kinds of information. They even took a trip to their local election office to pick up forms. I can't wait. I can't wait for the real vote, said Amal. Me either, said everyone else. Kids have to live with adult choices. The kids from Stanton Elementary School were ready to spread the word. Katie and her mom made flyers and handed them out. Don't forget to vote, Katie told a busy dad. I didn't even know there was an election, he said. Now you do, said Katie. Can I go with you to vote? Jasmine asked her sister. It's a pain to vote, her sister said. I'm not even registered, added her friend. It's not hard to register, said Jasmine. We can do it together. I can show you how. Nadia and her auntie went to the door. Voting is right, Nadia said. A right that women didn't even have 100 years ago. One lady told them, I don't like standing in lines. I don't like standing in lines either, answered Nadia's auntie. But if we stand in line for coffee or for a movie or at a bank, I bet we can stand in line to vote, said Nadia. Said the lady, maybe we can. At Jaden's house, the whole family was making their plans to vote. Jaden's dad was voting before work. Jaden's mom was voting right after work. I've walked to the polling stations every election since I could vote, Jaden's great aunt told him, but I can't walk so good anymore. Nadia and Noah and Jamal had a bake sale. Don't forget to vote, Maya said as she handed out the change. I'll be away on election day, said one woman. In our state, you can vote early, said Maya. Or you can vote by mail, said Jamal. The voter guide tells you how. Voting, what's the big deal, asked the teenager. People fought wars so you can vote, said Maya. That's a big deal. Why should I vote, said a lady. Nothing ever changes. Besides, one vote won't make a difference. Every vote counts. Are you kidding, said Jamal. Changes are made every day because people voted. The page is stuck together. Oh, wait, it's not stuck together. It's a double page. This is my favorite part about books. You never know what you're going to find on the next page. By the time it was the first Tuesday after the first Monday of November, every kid at Stanton Elementary School had spread the word to their families, to their neighbors. Voters came early in the morning before the sun was up. They waited in line with coffee. They rolled up in wheelchairs. They voted for the first time and for the 50th time. They ran in at the last minute, and they came with their sons, their daughters, their nieces and nephews, brothers and sisters and cousins and friends. To friends and strangers of whole, the whole town had a plan for voting on election day. On the first Wednesday after the first Monday of November, all the votes were counted. The results were close. The votes had to be counted again. Some people won and some people lost. The laws of the country began to change. Stanton Elementary School went back to being a school. And the future began to change. Isn't that an exciting book? We all have a responsibility in our community. And the kids at Stanton Elementary School felt it was important to communicate with their friends, their families, and of course the entire community on the importance of voting. So they learned a good lesson that day. And I hope you learned a little bit from our time together today. Let's answer some questions you might have.
Does anybody have any questions for Bryan or about his story or the book that he read? Looks like Miss C's class is pulling something together. See some waving.
All right.
Miss Jordan's class.
It's great to see you all. Did any of you or have any of you ever voted? Have you had to decide on what project you're going to work on at school or work in a group and everybody had to decide together what direction to take? If you did, you're building consensus. That means people are getting along together to move in the same direction. Voting is really important, as we've learned in this book, because it helps to set guidelines and in this case, laws for the nation. But you can vote in many ways. You can vote in your family on where we're going to go on summer vacation. You can vote on who's going to take out the garbage. There's so many different ways in which you can make decisions. But the process of voting has helped shape our country and allows us to move forward in making sure that all 50 states have a right and a voice in the way the laws are written for this country. As president of Gateway Technical College, I work with the Board of Trustees, who often take a vote. Sometimes they vote on what our budget's going to look like, or maybe a new program that we're going to offer. So as you can see, voting and learning about voting is really important for you as you continue to grow and become a leader in our community.
Great. It does look like Mrs. C's class submitted a question. They're wondering, did you get the book from the library or from your house?
Oh, this book came from the library. The library has so many great resources. I hope you get a chance to visit it often and get a library card because it gives you the opportunity to choose the books that you want to read. But I will share with you, when I'm reading with my grandchildren, we have a whole collection of books at our house and at their house. And I let Bryan and Logan pick out what books they want to read because it helps to build their own identity of what their interests are, and reading about their interests are really exciting. One of their favorites is Brown Bear, What Did You See? You might remember that book. Every page has a different experience of what the bear experienced. That's what's so exciting about a book. Just like this book, when I had trouble opening the page, it was because it was really big. And that meant that the kids at Stanton Elementary School had a lot to share. So you can find books in the library, in your home, and just keep asking because there are so many great resources in our community, like the United Way, who is sponsoring today's event by bringing new books to your school.